Hello guys, so today we'll be learning how to draft a basic half bodice, okay, just like you have here. So first of all, we'll be needing our measurements. I'm going to write them down on the screen. All right, you'll be needing these measurements. Then you need your pattern paper and your pencil and your rulers, okay. All right, so the first step to take is to create a box. This box represents your front and your back bodies, okay? And to do this, you divide your biggest measurement, which is the bust, by 2 plus your ease. Your ease can be 1 or 1.5. Then you further divide the answer again into 2 to get your front segment and your back segment. Now remember that we are drafting half of the front and half of the back, and that is what this box will give us, okay. So after doing this, then you rule out your measurements that you've gotten. So the next step to take rather is to impute your vertical measurements, which are the shoulder to chest line, shoulder to apex point, shoulder to underbust, and your shoulder to your front length. All right. To get your chest line, you divide your bust circumference by 6 plus 1.5 plus 1. Okay, then you mark this at your front and back bodies. Sorry I didn't mention, I'm using the right side as my center front or my front bodies and the left side as my back bodies. Okay, so you mark your chest line on both sides. Okay, then you indicate all your measurements for the front, which are your shoulder to apex, shoulder to underbust, shoulder to front length and back length at the two sides so that you can rule it out. I hope I'm not confusing you. All right. So here I'm just connecting all my markings, okay, for the chest line, the bust point, underbust, front length, and here I'm connecting the markings for the back length. Okay, so the next step is to impute your horizontal measurements. All right, but before that, I'm trying to label all my lines. Okay, so here I'm trying to impute my horizontal measurements, which are the shoulder. To impute your shoulder, you divide your shoulder width by 2, then you place your tape that way. Okay, don't forget to label your patterns. Okay, so whatever you use as your shoulder measurement on your shoulder line, you put the same value on your chest line. While doing this way, we can get a straight line in order to draw our armhole curve. Okay, so here I'm trying to connect my markings. Okay, so after doing this, the next thing I'm trying to do is to impute my neck width and neck depth. And here I'm using 3 inches. You can use to get yours, you divide your bust by 12. So I'm here using 3 by 3. Okay, I'm using 3 by 3 here. And for the back, I used 3 by 1. That's 3 inches wide and 1 inch deep. Okay, all right. So after doing this, you impute your shoulder slope. Okay, so for the back, I came down from the shoulder line by 1 inch and connected to my neck width, as you can see. Then for the front, I came down by 1.5 and connected to my neck width. Okay, so now we need to construct our armhole. All right, so to get where the armhole curve will sit, the center line, I divided that part by 2, then came in by half inch for the tightening, then connected the swing. Then for the front, okay, before I do that, whatever value you have, you take it to the front, or from the chest line, you go up by 3 inches, okay? Then you connect this way. Okay, so before I complete my armhole curve, I need to impute my bust measurements. So to do that, I'll have to tighten my center back first. Okay, so at the waistline or at the back length, you go in by 1 inch and connect to the neckline or the neck depth this way. Then you can now come back to your chest line, all right, and impute your bust divided by 4 inches. Then at the front, you also impute the same thing, but you add 0.5 for ease. Okay, so now that I have imputed my bust measurements, I can now go ahead and complete my armhole curve. All right, so you also do the same for the front. Okay, so you place your curve ruler this way, make sure it's not too sharp, make sure it blends in. Okay, so you can see my armhole curve looking all perfect. All right, so the next thing we're doing is to impute our dart. And to impute our dart, you need your bust span measurement divided by 2. Okay, so whatever value you get, you place it on your waistline and on your bust point line and roll a straight line this way. Then you come to the back bodice, like you can see me doing, and also impute that measurement on your back length. All right, then you impute your dart intake. You can use 0.5 on both sides, 0.75 or 1 inch on both sides depending on the size you're working with. Okay, then you connect this way and you can see that we have created a dart. You connect to the bust points at the front bodice. Then whatever you have on your back length, okay, just like you can see me doing, you also impute the same on your chest line so that we can draw a straight line. Okay, then you also impute the same dart intake you used for the front, then you connect this way. Simple, right? So you can see that we have created a dart. So the next thing you want to do is to impute your waist measurement. So you divide your waist circumference by 4 plus your dart allowance, then you mark just like you can see me doing. I also did the same for the front. So don't worry if your measurement is going out this way, it's because of the tightening at the center back. Then you connect from that measurement or that mark, all right, up to your bust measurement at the chest line. Okay, so having done that, you are almost done with your half bodice. Now, the difference between your front and back length is what we use as our bust dart. You can see me labeling these sides. Okay, so from your bust point line on your side seam, you impute that measurement. So if you have 2, you impute 2, and that becomes your bust dart. And we are done. Hope this illustration was helpful. Thank you.